Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV, and today we're at Guild Mortgage in Tucson, Arizona, with another very special guest, Victoria McGullam of Tierra Antigua. Thank you so much for coming on to Real Estate Pros this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So we'll first give you an opportunity for those watching that don't know who you are. I don't know who doesn't in Tucson, but give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, how long you've been in real estate, and what got you interested in the business.
Oh my goodness. It seems like so long ago, but I'm going into year 5, so it hasn't been that long. I run a small team with Tierra Antigua. There's 5 of us total, and we just hustle. Hustle.
Year 5, 5 team members?
Yep.
Team of 5. All right, awesome. So what did you do before real estate?
I did hair. I was in the beauty industry, ran and owned beauty salons for about 10 years before I got into real estate.
Beauty salon. So what were some of your surprises when you got into real estate? Coming from the beauty salon, actually you probably had a lot of relationships already built, so maybe that made the transition better, but maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it was in another city, so
oh, okay.
I was in Sierra Vista doing hair and nails, and then I had come to Tucson, and I did that for about 6 months here, and I there was management positions and whatnot, and it was time for a change. You know how you're at that point in your life, you're like, okay, I need something new, something different, something exciting, and I had a buddy call me. He was like, hey, I did so well. I just made a ton of money last month, and it's so easy. And I was like, awesome. So I went right into real estate and just jumped right in. It was not easy. It was like the furthest from easy that you could ever imagine. So the first year of my career, I literally went door knocking every single day. And I didn't care if it was 110 degrees out or if it was monsoon raining. I'd go out with my little pink umbrella, and pound on doors, hit the pavement and just go. Lots of cold calls.
So you're the first one I've talked to today that says they do the door knocking, which is awesome. I like the hustler's mentality, getting out there and just making it happen. So what were some of the learnings that you had? So was that one of your primary drivers in year 1?
Year 1, it was my only driver. Then I got into like cold calls and like calling right out of a phone book. I remember I was previously on a team and I was like, so who do I call? Like, what do we do? Let's get some business. And he's like, here's the phone book. I'm like, what? A phone book? So I literally would just have a list of names. I'd like rip a sheet out and I'd be in my car making those cold calls, or I'd be, just sitting outside making my calls, and yeah, just didn't stop.
So So when it's that cold of a lead, you don't know if they have any interest in buying or selling a home. How did the conversation
let's
look
role play.
like?
Let's role play.
Okay, sure,
so,
let's do it.
All right, ring.
Hello.
Hey.
How did you get my number?
Hey, it's Victoria. How are you?
Good.
Hey, you know what? We have a listing around the corner, and I have some buyers that do not like it. I'm a real estate agent. I don't want to keep you on the phone for very long. I was just curious to know, do you know if any of your neighbors or even yourself are looking to buy or sell this year?
Yeah, actually, my neighbor Joe, he might be selling.
You get a lot of no's, probably like one out of 46 doors or calls will like buy or sell. So you don't know if that 1 out of 46 is going to be the third call in or like the 50th call in.
You know the
stats? Oh,
yeah,
you
have
to. How are you going to track your progress?
Yeah. So it's 1 out of 46?
Yep.
All right, so if you guys are looking to take this best practice, just 1 out of 46 is what to expect. Wow.
Yep.
But that was pretty good. That was good. You sounded like you've done it a few times.
Well, when you do a warm intro like, hey, it's Victoria, people are sort of like who's Victoria?
It's the energy.
Do I not remember this person? And then they start to feel kind of guilty, and that wall goes down, and then you cultivate relationships and you build that rapport. You have like 30 seconds to do so, and if you fail in the first 5 seconds, then the call is just meh. Done a lot of that too.
So you guys are now a team. Maybe what is your role on the team? So is it the Victoria McGullam team, or do you guys call yourself something else?
We're the McGullam Anderson group.
Okay.
So recently married. That's the other last name, I guess. So Victoria McGullam Anderson, which I always forget because we just got married. So I'm like, I forget to throw in
Congratulations.
the Anderson part, you know?
Anderson. Okay, so team of 5. What's your role now? Do you still go out cold calling? You know, obviously that's year 1. You know, you're year 5 now. So how has your business changed from 1 to 5?
Oh, dramatically. Probably around year 3 is when I started to see a shift in business. You know, because I did a lot of like cold leads, door knocking, and I had my schedule, and that's really what I focused on. So now what I focus on is cultivating business relationships and loving on my past clients. So any client that's under contract with us, we love them. We love on them, and we want them to know that we're here not just for the transaction, but beyond the closing table. And we create this transformative experience for them. And we ask, hey, look, we're going to make you 3 promises. First one is we're going to find you the house of your dreams. We're going to negotiate the daylights out of that house. Okay, we're going to get you the best possible deal that we can in this market right now. And then we're not going to go away. We're not going to leave you high and dry or leave you behind. We're going to ask you of 2 things. The first thing is to rave about us to our business partners, our lenders, title company, home inspectors, you know, the termite guy. You know, reinforce that we're an awesome agent for you. And then if you know anybody who even mentions the word home, please send them our way. So it's that current client referral that we're really focused on now, and we're getting great success with that.
So what does that look like in 2017? So obviously, are you guys calling your past clients and cultivating there?
Yeah.
You're on social media, like you mentioned
So-
before we started, you guys do a lot of everything. So talk to us a little bit about the everything that you guys do.
Everything that we do. So I work a very strict schedule. Everybody looks at real estate. They're like, oh, you have so much freedom. It's great. Yeah, no, we run our business like a business. I don't know any business owner that's not actively working in their business. So we actively work in ours. That means that I hit the office by 8:30 in the morning, and I'm done by 6 o'clock. I have 2 nights a week that I stay out late. And if I need to go show properties late or take a listing late, I do have 2 evenings a week that I will do that. But Mondays are my VIP list, people I know, love, and trust. Tuesdays are every listing that I have that's either under contract or not, and every buyer that we have under contract, whether it's somebody on my team who's working with them or myself. Wednesdays are going to be my hot cold lead. So if I got cold leads, I still need to love on and warm up, and then hot leads I need to talk to. And then I have past client lists on Thursdays, and then Fridays are my channel and well accounts. So we have an extreme schedule that we follow to the T, and we make sure that we're making about 180 calls a week. We door knock in the evenings for our weekend open houses. So I actively go out with my agents. I teach them what I know. I show them all the fun things in real estate, if you will. Because I still love it. I still love to go out and door knock. Keeps you in shape.
Yeah. You can get a lot of steps in, you know, on your
I know.
tracker.
I know, on your Apple Watch, yeah.
Wow, that was a lot. That's awesome though. So you are, man, I like the mentality of how you run it like a business. You're very intentional about every single day and staying on that set schedule. So obviously this is a very regimented schedule. What is the trick to sticking to it every single week? Because you know there's stuff that happens here, there. You know,
man, you gotta stay away from the shiny penny.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I tell my clients, and that's one thing I tell my agents. You know, like for the client side of things, we're focused. So if we have a showing appointment from 1 to 3, we have our schedule mapped out for us. And if they're like, hey, what about this house? Well, there's a reason why we pulled these homes for you. And it's so easy for us to be like, oh, there's a shiny penny over there. Oh, go, butterfly. We don't play that game. You know, while we're making our calls, we make our calls. The timer goes on, you have this many hours, you're set. Once you're done with your calls and say you're done early, sweet, get a little bit of a break, and then you're back to the next thing that's in your schedule. So, I mean, it's not hard when you have somebody who's doing it, and I have to be an example for my team. So they see me doing it, so they all follow suit. You know, it's what we do, and we do it all together.
Right.
You know?
So how does your team operate? So we know that some teams, they're all segmented out like, oh, this person does this task, this person does this task, this person does this task. Is that how your teams run, or is it more like there's individual agents running thing? I guess talk to us a little bit about how the McGullam Anderson team, or group, sorry.
No, you're good.
Functions.
Gosh, we're like a family. Yeah. We're very, very close. It's a very hard, difficult process for somebody new to come onto the team. So first things first, we got to make sure they're going to fit the culture. They're going to have the personality. You can't teach drive or hunger, so they have to have those. We need to make sure that they're going to be eager to learn. and understand that there is rewards in real estate, but you have to put in the work in order to get those. So a lot of people coming on the team don't just look at me like, oh, it's so easy. No, they actually see me doing all these things that's equaling results. So I do have 3, what I call them RP2s, real estate partner 2s. So they're buyer's agents for me. And they go out, they cultivate business, and they focus primarily on the buy side. And then I have one RP1 who is somebody who is a transaction coordinator for both the buy and sell side. And then in a couple weeks, I have another RP1 coming on board. Now myself, I handle all of our listings and then any buyer referrals. So if I have a past client that is selling their house and they're going to go buy another one, I will work with them on the buyer side as well. So,
Dang. Man, you do run it like a business. I love the structure. I love the roles. You have it all mapped out how you guys run a tight ship. You know, and the culture fit. I could see where a lot of people would be driven by this. Some people may not.
some people are scared.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, when I first started, I got a business coach. So I have a coach with the Core Coaching and Training Company.
Cool.
They're amazing, and that's really where my direction came from. They showed us this is what you have to do. This is how you do it. And they're all actively working in the trenches as well. So it's not like somebody sitting behind a desk like, this is what I think you should do. No, they're actually working in the industry as well. So I love that. But it's so much fun. And it's a hustle. It's the grind, right?
Yeah. Man, it's a lot of fun. So what advice would you give for an agent that's starting off brand new? First off, let's talk about the future of your group that you have going on. Are you looking to bring on more agents as you go, or you're good where you're at? What are you guys looking to do, at least for this year?
For this year, we're projecting to sell about 200 houses this year. And what our goal is to keep a tight ship. Because we all work in our strengths, which goes back to when they hire onto the team, we have to make sure they're playing in the seat that they need to be playing in. But we're looking at 200 units. And we're looking at our increase from different lead sources. So current client referrals, we want them to go up. We want to have more referrals. I mean, last year I think we finished out with 72% referral-based business. I would like that to be in the 80s. But if somebody calls off a sign, that's a cold lead to us now. So that's not somebody who would be ever a referral, you know. But we're not going to ever turn that business down. So we're looking to increase current client referrals and our warm business. I'm looking at some channel accounts I really want to get into. A couple, to clarify what a channel is, as a group company person, VIP on my list that's going to be able to send us at least a transaction a month is what I'm looking at, or at least one every couple months. Somebody who's a consistent referral partner for us. The growth of the McGullam Anderson group, I want to be a core coach. So I'll be able to coach and treat my team as if they are my coaching students. And that helps us all grow. And I want to give back. I want to just teach others how I did it. And I do a little bit of that now with the company I'm with.
Dang, year 5 and you are hustling, man. I'm just looking at, I'm bringing all this in. It seems like you've been doing this a lot longer than 5 years. I'm like,
I'm still a baby in the industry.
Gracious, 200 deals, 72% client referrals. Let's talk about the other 28%. Where are your sources?
So what we call them are ad leads. And an ad lead can be anything from Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia. And I don't do a lot of that. Actually, I don't pay for any of that anymore at all. But if somebody's online and they're on my website and they click, oh, hey, you know, I want to go look at these homes, and we'll pick up the phone and call them. If we get a sign call in. If we meet somebody face-to-face at an open house. Those are what we consider our ad leads, our cold referrals, and that's the rest of the percentage there for you.
What about the sign flipper thing? No, we were just
Sign flipper?
You said you do that a little bit of everything.
There's a cat in town. He calls himself Cool Cat. His name's Cody.
Yeah?
Super down-to-earth dude. And he'll go out for open houses. I think it's like $50-$60, and he gets this awesome sign. He's like flipping the sign around, jumping around, pointing at people, like, come join us at the open house. Like, very cool.
So successful open houses. So you guys do open houses, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about a successful open house. What does that look like?
Not boring.
Not boring?
I've done an open house to where nobody walked through the door, and open house to where I wish I had the whole team there because there were so many people flooding the doors. You know, so a successful open house is all about preparation and how you prepare before that open house happens. So we do circle prospecting, which is 30-30-30. So we'd make about 90 calls to the neighborhood, the community, houses that are surrounding the subject property we're holding open. We door knock the entire area. My agents know we have to do a minimum of 100 doors. And then we go ahead and we blast it out on social media, different databases that we have. So we have all of our past clients and all of our database kind of subdivided where you want it, if you will, you know?
Right.
And we send videos out to them. Hey, we're going to be hosting this open house this weekend. We would love for you guys to come and join us. Come check it out. So
What are some little tips or tidbits that you could give to agents that are trying, maybe they're doing open houses currently, but they're not getting the traction that they want? You know, is it posting to community groups, or is there, you know, obviously you said making it fun. Is it just putting it out there everywhere?
Everywhere. And door knock. Door knock. I can't stress that enough. And a lot of people are intimidated by door knocking. But here's the deal. You're not soliciting to them. You're handing out an invitation for them to come and visit you per the seller's request. So it's not like you're walking around the neighborhood like, hey, you want to buy and sell? You want to buy and sell? What's your intention with that? Hey, look, we want to extend an invitation.
Right.
So make sure you're door knocking. Pick up the phone and circle prospect. If you have access to the phone numbers in the community, call them. Hey, it's Victoria. We're having an open house this Saturday. Your neighbor's house, 123 Main Street. We would love for you guys to come by. Do you think you can make it? Hey, do you have any friends you want to bring? You can pick your next neighbors. So it's just about how you deliver that.
Right. Dang. All right. Well, this has been, obviously I've already filled up 2 pages here. I didn't want to change it because, anyways, wow, that's a great. Anyways, let's transition to a brand new agent that's getting into the real estate business. What advice would you give them so that they start off on the right foot? Obviously, you mentioned off a lot of stuff.
Anything anybody says about creating your own schedule, having freedom, doing whatever you want to do. That's really not how...
Easy money, right?
It's so easy. It's easy money. Like, no, it's probably some of the most difficult money you can ever make, but it's very rewarding, you know, especially when you have those client relationships. I would say have direction, get a mentor, get some kind of a guidance from somebody who's uber successful in the industry, and do what they do. Don't do what all the mediocre agents are doing, or the you know, I love to call them, for lack of better words, Uncle Bob, who has a real estate license, works another job. He'll show you a house on the weekend. It's Uncle Bob, the real estate agent. He'll sell maybe 1 or 2 houses. Don't go after that. Find somebody who is willing to show you and teach you, because they're out there. I would open up my book of business and show anybody how we do things. I do that for our company we have now. True leaders create other leaders, not followers. So find that person who's going to be your mentor and just do what they ask you to do. Get accountability.
If somebody out there is watching, and you know, I know you mentioned a couple positions that you're going to be hiring for in the next, maybe they're a solo agent right now and they want to potentially look into that, or somebody that is a potential buyer or seller in the Tucson area.
Yeah.
What's the best way about getting a hold of you and your group?
Oh man, 520-234-1215, our Google Voice, 520-338-8938. Victoria at movewithv, as in Victoria.com. Our website is movewithv.com.
Awesome. One last thing. What's your favorite thing about Tucson, or living in Tucson?
Gosh, the weather.
The weather.
Where's the heat? Bring the heat back. I want to go lay by the pool now.
It's been a really warm, at least in Phoenix, really warm winter.
It has
huh?
been. We've been blessed. It's been good weather.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Real Estate Pros this afternoon, and we will see you guys on the next episode.